Hello everybody, how are you all doing? Welcome back to Bournemouth versus Man City. After the international break and stuff, I'll just update the lineups. Sorry that I'm a bit late today. I'll just update the lineups and then here we go. And the lineups are done and just update the scorecard and then we can probably go, to be honest. Yes. Yes. Here we go, I think, yeah. 10 minutes gone and as I was quietly arranging the stream, I was just, the looking at the match and stuff, and Bournemouth have been pressing really well. City, I'm sorry, we are not able to play through the press. I'm a bit surprised there is not got Nico Gonzalez in there. Ikai Gundogan and Mateo Kovacic, especially with legs needed in the midfield. But then I probably think Pep thinks Nunez at right back will. I think that's a penalty. Yes, City get a penalty. It's a handball. Of course, it will be checked by VAR. Of course, it will be checked by VAR. It's on Tyler Adams, the ex-Leeds player. Of course, it will be checked on VAR. But let me. Yes, I mean I don't know. Proximity might come into the equation. I don't know, but the referee is given it, so it will be very interesting to see what actually happens. I think it's confirmed the penalty, and it's Erling Haaland to take it now. Actually, check if we are live or not, to be honest. Yes, yes, we are live. And Erling Haaland is taking the penalty right now. Erling Haaland against Kepa. Kepa is not known to be a good penalty saver, but we know how the luck's been this season. Bournemouth away, you get a penalty early. I'm sorry, you need to take it. I'm sorry, you need to take it. And here goes Erling Haaland. And he misses it. Kepa saves it. Shit. This just sums up our season, to be honest. And now go watch Bournemouth score a goal as well. And now watch Bournemouth score a goal from this free kick as well. Who that was a poor penalty by Erling Haaland. He should have just smashed it into the top bench. I don't know what Erling Haaland is thinking there. My God. Just sums up our entire season, to be honest. This one penalty here sums up our entire season. And go watch Bournemouth score from this free kick as well. In a tough away ground, you get an early penalty. Edison does well. Yeah, Edison does very well. My God, I don't know what Erling Haaland was doing. That was such a poor penalty. No power in it, no pace in it. Along the ground. I mean, it was so obvious that he was going to put it there. I mean, just pick a corner and smash it. How hard is it to do that? That's a goal kick for City. We have been defending well, but the attacking has been absolutely pathetic. Erling Haaland with sorry, Edison with his long kicks. And Erling Haaland is onto it. Oh, he's through. And he misses it again. Two chances for Erling Haaland and two misses. There might have been third. I didn't see it. But from what I've seen, two chances for Erling Haaland and two misses. Mistake from Bournemouth player. Haaland is through. I mean, on his left foot, he needs to score that. How's your form, Erling? Easy chance from Erling Haaland standards. It should have been 2-0 City and we should have been cruising. Right, in 15 minutes, the game should have been done, to be honest. At least on the verge of being done. At least you open Bournemouth up. What the hell have we been doing here? I just don't understand. Defensively excellent, offensively shite. And in the midfield, you know my views about that. Midfield is an almighty shit show here this season. You miss a penalty, you miss a one-on-one. Erling Haaland is again through. I know Bournemouth are playing a high line. They like to press. Good chance for Erling Haaland, but he's got those chances already. Two one-on-ones and is not doing bloody anything. Not at all doing anything. Bloody hell. Phil Foden reduced to passenger by playing in that right hand. I think that no, he hasn't been good in midfield either. So that's a discussion for another day with respect to Phil Foden, especially Kovacic. Edison. The trigger for Bournemouth's press has been, that ball from either Diaz or Kushano into the midfield. Okay, Kovacic is dropping back into a three, but the one who receives from Kovacic, think Gundogan, that's the present trigger for Bournemouth. That's where Edison has gone long. Haaland has gone through once, missed a penalty. Shit show from Erling Haaland. Penalty missed. Who misses it? Penalty against Kepa Balaga. I mean, since the universe has been created, I think Kepa, this is the only penalty that Kepa would have saved. That's another shit show. Semenyo against Nunez. Semenyo has left his shooting boots, otherwise, that should have been 1-0. Bournemouth. Who the hell was that? I think it was Matthews Nunez who was caught there on the ball. Absolutely side from City. Nunez caught on the ball. I mean, I see Nunez, he always plays well. And then suddenly he has a moment where he's like shit. Like the United, like I think like the PSG one. There have been 10 occasions this season where you actually felt that. So I mean, The attack has just been absolutely pathetic, I would say. Defense keeper have been good, but apart from that, the attack has absolutely been pathetic. There's a lot of work to be done in the summer. I know it's not a secret, but yeah, that's how it is. Great. Matthews Nunes is already started a shit show, and City concede 1-0 Bournemouth. We deserve it. We deserve to lose. Justin Clivert scores. You miss a penalty, you miss a one-on-one, and then Matthews Nunes does that. Get the season over, guys. Get the season over. Get the bloody season over. Matthews Nunes has literally gifted the ball there to a Bournemouth player. Look at that. Look at Matthews Nunes. He's literally gifted that ball there to a Bournemouth player. What else can you expect? He's clearly onside. He's clearly onside there. 1-0 Bournemouth. Just throw the entire lot out and get in a new team. That's what I would say. Shit. Be in shit season. This entire season. It's obviously a goal. I don't know why they're waiting for. Concede a second as well. Get that. Get done with this shit. Now Bournemouth will play. I mean, I think we should give Matthews Nunes the player of the season for what he's done. There's no excuse, especially when you're a midfield player, to play that pass. Absolute shit show from Matthews Nunes. I don't know who sanctioned the deal to buy him for 60 million. Who else? It will be, I think, Hixiki Bagarestan. That's a good shot, but Kepa saves it. Good shot from Ikai Gundogan. The disappointment here is not that you conceded one, but the manner in which you conceded the first goal. No cohesion at all in the midfield. An absolute shit show from start to now. Except the defense, and that too, I'll leave out Matthews Nunes of that. What that pass which he made for that goal was criminal. I mean, the assist for the Bournemouth goal was from Matthews Nunes. Why do you play a square pass that too in your opponent's territory? It's not even your territory. And I'll not be surprised. Clivert will go on and score a second here. Semenyo has to score this. It's not that Bournemouth have been that good as well. That is another disappointment. Bournemouth have not even been that good. We have gifted them. Santa Claus keeps on giving, keeps on giving. We are an evolution of Santa Claus. You keep on giving even though it's on Christmas. That is what we are right now. Every bloody FA Cup game we have to go down. Bloody we have to go down 1-0 down even to a league. Three team, I think there was a league three team which we played, don't even remember the name. It ain't gonna work, guys. Just a long ball to Erling Haaland. Especially now with Bournemouth a goal up. It ain't gonna work. They're gonna mark the shit out of Erling Haaland. This was the perfect game for Omar Marmoush to break to make the runs past the Bournemouth high line, but he then plays Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden. When Jeremy Doku would have been wrecking havoc, but no, I'll not start. I'll start Jeremy Doku against bloody Nottingham Forest when they'll sit and mar the shit out of him and no space. And I'll start Bernardo Silva when they'll play a high line because he'll not make runs. Pep, are you our manager of the opposite team? Pep's decisions this season also have been absolute shite. Jeremy Doku and Omar Marmoush, imagine both of them in place of Foden and Bernardo Silva. They'll be wrecking havoc with Haaland. You will now have three out ball options. No, but I'm Pep Guardiola. I'll play three, four passes and let Bournemouth nick the ball and go on a counter attack. And bloody, we are literally saved by the spin of the ball there. That's what our season is come down to. Literally saved by the spin of the ball. I'm just struggling to see unless we get on Marmos. How we can get the goal. That's a foul. It's a foul, mate. It's a foul. And Ruben Diaz is arguing what? Argue that with Erling Haaland. Why he's missed the bloody penalty? We just don't look like scoring here. Bournemouth are defending well here, but I mean they can afford to sit back now. It's us who have to enforce, and then Semenyo, Clivert, Evan Nilsson and the counter attack are brutal. I mean we had the game on a plate and we gifted them the game. We are a Santa that keeps on giving. Great ball there, great run from Nunez. Great skill from Nunez. He should have picked out Erling Hall. I mean, Haaland was available there, but what a run from Nunez and what a ball from Nunez, to be honest. Skill to full Semenyo was very good, but I don't know why he went for goal there. He should have just crossed it. Again, look at Nunez. There are phases of play where he's absolutely world class. Then there are phases of play where he's absolutely shit class. No, there's no middle ground for him. That's gone for City. I mean, no one's making the inside ones on the left and right channel. Again, a set corner as well for us. Wonderful by Kovacic. They're absolutely wonderful there. Gundogan, Guardiol. I still think we don't have enough runners. Trouble this Bournemouth defenders. We're just playing a defensive game. We're just playing a passive game. Semenyo is doing his defensive work very, very well. Everything's going bloody Bournemouth's way. I mean, We have been stable since Bournemouth's goal. In fact, our performance has been better, but then it's quite hard to judge because Bournemouth have just sat back. Look at that, the passing is just non-existent. Just shit. That is very good there. Bernardo Silva through the middle, and it's a goal kick. Again, Bournemouth on the ascendancy here, and I think it's a yellow card for Kushanov. I just don't. I don't see us getting back into this. To be honest, that's the big thing. Especially a Haaland going one on one, missing a penalty. It's just a nightmare. You look at it. Whenever City have missed a penalty, we've not done well. Sporting the Lisbon 1-0 up. Haaland miss a penalty. A lot of games this season when Haaland misses a penalty. Well, last season as well, we haven't done well. We're almost on the brink here of going out of the FA Cup, and it's just 36 minutes. And I've never said this before about City. We're almost on the brink of going out. It's been a shit show. I'm sorry. It's been a shit show with Bernardo Silva one side, Phil Ford another side. It's just so boring to watch, to be honest. Absolutely boring to watch the attack. The defense has been good, but the attack is absolutely boring. Back pass, back pass, back pass. They have been practicing back passes so much that Nunez has given a back pass. What a save by Edison. What a save by Edison that is. It was an open header for Harry Brooks, I think. What a save that is by Edison, to be honest. Just about kept us in. It wasn't a save, I'm sorry. No one could reach it. That's the truth. No one could reach it. Nathis Nunes gets onto it. This could be something interesting. Can we get one back before the break? Bernardo Silva, can he cross it? Kepa does well to take it. That is excellent from Bernardo Silva, but can we get one back before the break? Phil Foden running with the ball. Kevin De Bruyne has done very well to hold the ball up. I know what De Bruyne was trying to do. Why can't he take a shot on that? De Bruyne should have struck it first time when he receives that. I don't know why he didn't do that. But anyways, it's a free kick for City, but I just think it's a break of momentum there. City will propulsing the ball well. We had the chances. That's the thing. We had the chances, but it's been nothing short of boring from City's attack so far. I don't know what you guys think, but it's so boring to watch Bernardo Foden on the wings there with the guy Gundogan. They're not doing anything. That's the big problem. They're absolutely not doing anything. It's a goal kick. Look at that. There's no one making those forward runs. Everyone is like sideways, sideways, sideways. Bournemouth are just playing around us. That's it. I'm yet to see a defense splitting pass. Look at that. Bernardo had the chance, and what the hell does he do? I think it's Phil Foden. I'm sorry. He has the chance, and what the hell does he do? Bloody nothing. Foden on the half turn. Shoot it, mate. He. Why is he keep playing that pass to Haaland when it's very impossible there? Don't understand. In the last 2 minutes, we are actually playing. It's almost a minute, and I think there'll be a minute of added time because of the goal celebration. That's it. Bournemouth are doing well, containing the momentum of City and stuff. I mean, breaking down play and all of those things, but we've been creating absolutely nothing. Haaland almost got through there. I think Marmos needs to come, and I'm sorry, Marmos needs to come, and Doku needs to come, and at least one of Doku and Marmos should be there. Otherwise, we're not even scoring a goal. Pathetic. Hiccup. Defense has been good. One last chance before the break. Erling Haaland gets in. Haaland gets in. One last chance. De Bruyne hits it 3 rows back. Absolutely hits it 3 rows back. Nevertheless, a good phase of play, but that's it from City. Nothing special there. I mean, since Bournemouth's goal, we have been stable, but nothing more than that. It's half time, and it's one of the most pathetic performances I've seen from City. No creativity, nothing. On the contrary, Jose Mourinho would be happy with this. Defensively, we were good. I mean, Matthews Nunes, again, I don't consider him a defender. So, I mean, the centre backs, Cushano, Diaz, Guardiola were excellent there. Apart from that, Kovacic decent, I would say. Apart from that, I mean, the attack offered nothing. The attack was shittier than shit, if such a term exists. I even do not know. It was actually a snooze fest. When a couple of years ago, in the FA Cup match, there was a Community Shield match. I think it was against Liverpool. That was Haaland's first season, if I'm not wrong, where they compared Nunez to Haaland and all that shit and that crap. No, I mean, we played Mahrez on one wing and Bernardo Silva on the other wing, and it was snooze fest. It's a similar snooze fest here. I mean, I cannot wait for this season to end, but then the problem is, I think the problem is we have the Club World Cup as well, so I just don't know when the season actually ends. I mean, defensively the pace is good to be honest. Cusano, Diaz, Guardiola. I know we're gonna buy a right back. So defensively the base is set. Offensively, Haaland, Marmos. I know we need. I mean, Sabio is there and Sabio will improve. I have confidence in him. I think we need, and then Phil Foden's obviously there. So I think even the wings is kind of sorted. Probably you need a replacement for Bernardo Silva. And I mean, Oscar Bob's there definitely. So I think the wings is sorted. Sabio, Oscar Bob, Doku, Foden. I mean, the wings, Mamouche, the wings is sorted. What we need is the engine room. The engine room is where it's lacking. Engine room where it's lacking. But yeah, this is wrong lineup to start the game, and then Haaland playing like Lukaku made the matters worse. Relegation like gameplay. But the frustration is Erling Haaland has a penalty, he misses it. When is the last time you've seen Kappa score a penalty? I think Milky Way Galaxy was not even born then. I don't know. Never seen Kepa save a penalty. And then Haaland goes through one on one, I think 2-3 minutes after he misses the penalty and misses it. An easy lob by standards. I think we should have been at least 2-0 up, if not 3-0 up. I think early on in the first 10 minutes also there was a chance where he goes through kind of. So at least we should have been 2-0 up, if not 3-0 up, and then they go and score, which is inevitable. Relegation form exactly by agent. I don't understand this obsession with Bernardo Silva, Ika Igundo. I mean, you have a team that is the best at pressing in the world, not just Europe, not just England, in the world. Bournemouth's press is superb. And who do you have to counter this Bournemouth's press in your engine room? Bayaji, you know what the problem is? The problem is not Erling Haaland. I know he's missed it. You know what the problem is? You have the best present team in the world at this moment. You have the best present team in the world at this moment. And who do you have in your engine room? Kevin De Bruyne 35, Ilkay Gundogan 33, 34, Mateo Kovacic 31. Do you think these three players are going to counter the press? Do you think these three players are going to match the energy of Bournemouth? And you put along with them a 32 year, a 31 year, 32-year Bernardo Silva. In your 11, at, at, at least in your 10, you have four players. I'll leave the keeper there. In the 10, you have four players who are above 30 years old, and some are in the mid 30s, and two of them are in the mid 30s. And on the other end of the spectrum, you have a team who's 25, 24 average age. The engine room is the problem. We need a fresher engine room. I know Rodri will be back next season, but I think we are gonna buy Cam. Maybe it's Florian Wirtz, and then I think we are gonna get one of Edison or Bruno Guimaraes. I think unless we make those signings, it will be just this shit. Just 5 6 players who started might not even be at the club next season, and still playing them in such a crucial game is idiotic. I don't understand this Bayaji. I don't understand this. That in matches where the teams Nottingham Forest, and let's take an example where teams sit back, you play Jeremy Doku and Savinho where there's no space, and today against a Bournemouth team who's playing a high line, you play, who do you play? You play Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden, who are not known for running in behind. Whereas it should be the opposite, right? Against a team that sits back, you need players in tight spaces. But Pep does the opposite. Imagine Marmoush, Doku, Haaland today. Long ball over the top is always on. Haaland makes the run, Marmoush makes the run, Doku makes the run. How many will Bournemouth mark? You're already pushing them back. And just imagine, Bournemouth is doing this without Kirkes, who's been one of their best players this season, who's been the story of this season. This is Haaland has missed three of the last six penalties. I'm just watching a bit of IPL here before our game begins, and Jofra Archer has been sensational. 2 overs, 1 run, one made in 1 wicket. Very interesting. Haaland has missed three of the last six penalties, and I mean lack of confidence in Haaland. I think that just shows. But then it's just not on the player, you know. I mean, what your striker feels generally is what the team feels, because if the team is confident, that exudes on the striker. So what Hal? I mean, and I think penalties are a confidence game more than anything else. Penalties are an absolute confidence game more than anything else, if you ask me. And Erling Haaland is just not feeling confident right now. And the worst thing is Matthews Nunes for Bournemouth's first goal, he just gives them the ball. He just gives them the ball. A square pass in your opponent's half. Wow. Wonderful, wonderful from Matthews Nunes, and also he's a midfielder. I think we need to get one of Bruno Guimaraes on Edison this season. I mean this summer. And then a Cam. And I think we're all set. I mean, we are getting Andre Cambiaso, so three players: Cambiaso, a Cam, and an Edison or Bruno Guimaraes. I mean, I think his gonna make changes at half time. To be honest, otherwise it's very difficult. I'll just have a bit of water income and then I think we go. But I just skipped my team RR's game for this shit. For me personally, is just going shit in the IPL as well. I support Mumbai and we lost 2 games. Just going absolute shit. You know, Baiji, there have been times when I don't remember which season it was. I think 2019 might be 2019 when it was the same day. City won the Premier League title. We lifted the title, and Mumbai lifted the title. I was like watching it parallelly. Two of the teams that I support lifting the title. Those were the days, and then we have come to this. And by the way, RR is doing exceptionally well. Jofra Archer is just doing unplayable. Jofra Archer is just absolutely killing it. But then this is ultimate shit by Ajay, and I think he will, and I think Pep will not make a single sub as well. By just a comment on the pass of Matthews Nunez, where he did a square pass. I was just absolutely disgusted by that pass which Matthews Nunez made. Gautam is here. Gautam says, "Hey there, citizens." Hey Gautam, how are you doing? Have you watched the first half? I was just discussing with Bayaji how shit the first half was. It was absolute shit the first half. I thought at least we're out from the Champions League. We'll focus on the top four, top five, whatever the crap that is, and try to win the FA Cup. You miss a penalty at a tough away ground. You miss a one-on-one. I mean, and you play a midfield of an average age of 34. Shouldn't understand this at all. Gautam says just watch the squad and decided not to watch the match and glad I decided not to watch it and prefer the IPL. Actually, at halftime, I'm just watching this to be honest, watching the IPL to be honest. And by the way, Gautam, which team do you support in the IPL? I support Mumbai Indians and I think Bayaji supports RR Rajasthan Royals. So which team do you support? Bayaji says Nuni has done only one thing right this game. That pinpoint pass to Haaland, else worse than Rico. And he gave a much better pinpoint pass to the Bournemouth player, right? I mean, I was just disgusted with that pass. Gautam says Bernardo, KDB, and Gundo recipe for disaster, and you had Matthews Nunes apart to that as well down the right hand side. It's an absolute shit show. Absolute shit show, if you ask me. By the way, Gautam, Hugo Larson, I know you have mentioned this. I think long back. I think you mentioned it in the winter transfer window, if I remember correctly, about Hugo Larson. And credible reports have been coming in that City have opened the talks with Hugo Larsson. City are very interested in Hugo Larsson. So I've just gone on and seen him, and he just looks like the perfect and he looks like a perfect fit for us, Hugo Larsson. Very workaholic, extremely old class like in terms of workmanship, covers the ground very well, puts in great tackles, puts in absolutely wonderful tackles. His pressing is insane, his work rate is insane, like I mentioned before. And to add to that, he's technical as well, and he's just 20 years of age, and he has a great shot on him as well. I think Rodri and Hugo Larsson together will just be perfect. And they're asking 60 million. I mean, do you pay 60 million for Bruno Guimaraes? I mean, it seems there's a clause that Newcastle would want 60 million for Bruno Guimaraes if they don't get Champions League football. There's some clause, it seems, but I think I would gladly pay 60 million for Hugo Larsson, to be honest, rather than 60 million for Bruno Guimaraes will be 28 or 29 next season. Here says KKR. We have a wonderful, you know, mix of the teams being supported here. I support MI. But you support Zara and you support KKR. Wow. But this is Nunez worst on the pitch, and tomorrow it's MI versus KKR. That will be interesting. Gautam says Hugo Larsson is a machine. I just looked at him. Gautam, I know you mentioned him before, and I just looked at him a couple of days ago. Even today I was looking, it's just wonderful. It's just wonderful. Now I just want us to get him. And I think Hugo Vienna, it seems, our new sporting director, it seems, likes this kind of players. And why the hell is the half time taking so much time? I just don't understand. Do you guys have any idea why is the half time taking so much time? I just don't know. I mean, the half times, as long as this power play in the IPL match, it's taking so long. What are they doing? Why this is Nunes worse on the pitch, and they decided to, and someone decided it's very good to spend 60 million on Matthews Nunes. I don't know who decided it, and that to play him as a right back. Idiots, absolute idiots. All those people who decided to buy Matthews Nunes and decided to play him at right back. Well, if you wanted a right back for 60 million, I think you would get the absolute very best right backs. I think 60 million would have got you Frimpong easily. I don't know, Frimpong is bad defensively, but he cannot be worse than, and he cannot be absolutely worse than Matthews Nunes. But I just says O'Reilly in for Kushano. I just switch it. That's interesting. I mean, and why is he bringing in O'Reilly for Kushano? Where Kushano? I know Kushano's been on a yellow card, but then, and I mean, the match is on. Now, Gautam, just well, today's performance of Haaland is concerning. To be honest, three proper chances wasted. 15 minutes the game should have been done, Gautam. Penalty and two chances. Erling Haaland hat trick game should have been done, and we should have had. We should be relaxed until now. And Nico O'Reilly is through. Nico O'Reilly is through. And Erling Haaland scores. Erling Haaland scores. And what a goal that is from Nico O'Reilly. Erling Haaland scores. Wow, what a run that is from Nico O'Reilly. Superb run. Wow, just look at Nico O'Reilly there. Wow, 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 guys. What a run that is from Nico O'Reilly there. Look at the run there. He's left back, and I presume Josko Guardiola is playing centre back, and look at it. He's definitely onside Erling Haaland. He's definitely onside Erling Haaland, and Haaland somehow decided to miss that, but it went in. What a goal that is from Erling Haaland there. And just like that, we level. Wow, guys, wow. Superb there. But Nico Riley, what a run there. Guardiola, Ruben Diaz, not a bad defensive combo to be honest. Bayaji says, what youth and new ideas can do. Props to Nico. That's Bayaji, that's the exuberance of youth. That's the fearlessness of youth, if you ask me. Josko Guardiola would have never made that run because the instructions of Pep would have with Bernardo Silva or with Phil Foden. That is when you make the run on the inside. Would have been the instructions to Guardiola, and Guardiola is following it up to a T. Nico Riley is fuck that shit, fuck that crap. I want to make a run, I make it. That's all. That is the fearlessness and exuberance of youth. That is what is needed in this team. Wow, wow. But you know what? When Nico Riley went through, it just I mean it almost felt it almost felt in slow motion, and I was like, he's gonna shoot, he's gonna shoot. I mean, I don't know what you guys feel, but at that again, that one from Nico Riley, it's just troubling Bournemouth. That run from Nico O'Reilly is just superb again. But when O'Reilly went through, shooting was the easier option. My God, passing was such a difficult option because he had three players, running in to cover the ball. Passing was a very difficult option. I don't know how Nico O'Reilly picked out Erling Haaland there. Shooting was the much easier option. Gautam says, I just mentioned how poor Haaland was. That's why Pep said never to say wrong about the striker. He can always miss three, but then score three as well. But Gautam, if you observe closely, look at how Erling Haaland bundled that ball in. It is almost going out. I mean, it wasn't the cleanest strike. But that pass on Nico Riley. People might not talk about it, but that pass was superb. I mean, 99% of people, especially youngsters, there would have gone on to shoot, but the pass was such a risky option. Because if he mistimed it, we would have been like, look at that shit again. But O'Reilly took on the risk. This guy is special, guys. Nico O'Reilly, just for the guts and the fearlessness he has. Bournemouth is under pressure. We should make it count now. Bournemouth is absolutely under pressure. We must make it count now. That's a foul by Erling Haaland. I mean, just imagine Rodri and Hugo Larson in this team again. I mean, thinking about it, wow, absolute wow. Then you could have Oscar Bob on the right, Marmoush on the left, Erling Haaland in the center. Both Bob and Marmoush would be cutting in with Andre Cambiaso one side overlapping and Guardiola on the other side overlapping. I mean, you have Hugo Larson, Kushano, and Rodri in the team. All our problems through the middle have vanished. I mean, all our problems defending transitions would be vanished. That's how simple it is. Bringing in Hugo Larson would solve an issue. That's it. Would solve one of the biggest issues this season. There'll be a cross in. Guardiola, Josko, be prepared for it. Monmouth are having possession there. Nico Riley again on the ball there. I don't know why Ikai Gundogan always wants to snatch the ball from people. I just don't understand that. Gautam says we might see Bob in the derby. I think Oscar Bob would have made a great difference to our season this time around. I mean, he was superb in preseason, but that injury as well. Ikai Gundogan, Nico Riley there. Whenever it's come on, since it's come on, I mean, the ball is just following Nico Riley. He's just playing like with the confidence of a pro. I mean, of a seasoned pro, to be honest. Ikai find Nico Riley is free. Look at how much bloody time Ikai Gundogan is taking on the ball. I might as well go and have a shower and come back, and still Gundogan will be on the ball. It's taking so long. And interestingly, Bournemouth are not pressing Gundogan on the ball. Bournemouth are letting him have it and then cutting off the passing lanes. Well done by Josko Guardiola there. I mean, I don't know what will happen to Ruben Diaz, but I would like to see this Kusanov and Josko Guardiola as the two centre backs. O'Reilly left back and Cambi as a right back. That's a very look at that tackle on Erling Haaland. Gautam says, by this is Oscar Bob eaten alive, been missing for centuries. I missed that comment. Sorry, Bayaji. Oscar Bob had a broken leg and then he suffered a training injury as well. So he was due to come in early Feb, but he suffered a training injury. So that's why it's been really late. But then, only thing I would say is never win the Community Shield again. It's a curse. An absolute farce, the Community Shield. An absolute curse. And then when you see Mikel Arteta coming to press conferences and saying, you say we have not won trophies, but then we have won Community Shield. Just tells you what sort of a trophy that is. An absolute farce. The Community Shield. Gotham says, is it some sort of a trick by City? Concede first and then come back later in the FA Cups. I mean, the interesting thing is we've been conceding against bloody teams like I don't even remember the names, but the teams like an Orient and all of those teams as well. Just don't understand that, and that too we are conceding after missing two or three big chances. I just don't understand that. I think I'm just waiting for Marmos to come and ah. The cross from Nunez, the penalty miss, one on one. Haaland should have already had four goals by now, to be honest. Gautam says whoever wins today faces Nottingham Forest at Wembley. I actually saw the draw, Gautam, and in the draw it was written Forest versus one of City or Bournemouth, and I was thinking for a while, oh shit, we have to go to Forest. We have to go away to Nottingham Forest, and they'll have dry grass, will be difficult. And then remembered, oh, it's at Wembley, right? Wow. I think. And the other match is Crystal Palace versus Aston Villa. I think Palace is gonna beat Villa there. To be honest, it's gonna be a very interesting FA Cup. Last four this season. And also, by the way, they have moved the summer transfer window early on. I think the news is they'll have two summer transfer windows due to the Club World Cup or something. No. City were on the ascendancy and we have not made it count, and now Bournemouth are just trying to come back into the game. Gautam says, I think Villa will reach the finals. I mean, how United fans would be feeling, right? Seeing Marcus Rashford in the quarterfinals, sort of in the Champions League, and the semi-finals, sort of in the FA Cup, and Manchester United are struggling relegation there. They're playing in the Europa League. Omar Marmoush is coming in. Omar Marmoush is coming in. But my worry is Erling Haaland going out? Yes, bloody Erling Haaland is going out. Pep, I don't know what Pep is thinking. Why do you want to get Erling Haaland out? The combination of Marmoush and Haaland will always be interesting. Why does Pep Guardiola wants Erling Haaland to come out and then get Omar Marmoush and just don't understand this? But then he was always happy to play Alvarez and Haaland together. Alvarez has camp and Alvarez has sit in that role. Just don't understand Pep Guardiola there. That's a foul to Bournemouth, and again Marmoush on his own. Yeah, I mean Marmoush. I do not think Marmoush can play as a lone striker. Why just says it had to happen at some time this season. Haaland getting injured. I just thought it was a precaution by Aji. I don't know if it's really injured or it's just a precaution. I just don't know. I think it's just a precaution to be honest. Great work there by Phil Foden for the first time. Seems in an eternity. Nico Riley there. He has to score. Marmos scores! Omar Marmos! Omar Marmos! Nico Riley with two assists. Omar Marmos scores! What a finish that was! What a finish that was! Wow! Omar Marmoush scores! What a finish that was! Wow, wow, wow! Absolutely fantastic there from Omar Marmoush. Wow! Woo! Look at that. Again, Nico Riley with a fantastic run there, but second ball and the finish from Omar Marmoush is just outstanding. The finish from and the pass from Nico Riley is also superb. The finish from Omar Marmoush is just superb. The finish from Omar Marmoush is just come on, City, come on. Wow. Just look at the finish, guys. Wow, through the legs of the defender, close to the keeper, low to the keeper. Wow. Wow, just look at Pep, how pumped he is. Two assists for Nico Riley. Two assists for Nico Riley. Wow. Gautam says, well, to be honest, I want to see the summer window if it doesn't clear the dead wood of the team and bring the expected players we want and carry on the nostalgic mood. We have to talk about Pep's future. Exactly, exactly. I mean, we have to talk about the ambition of Pep Guardiola, especially when especially when the club when he has told the club has decided to give him has asked him to refresh the team this summer and at the start of this summer and he refused. So we have to question the ambition of Pep Guardiola as well. And 7 years through here, wonderful by Mateo Kovacic there. Bournemouth are getting stretched. But then I think just knowing Pep as a personality, just knowing how intense Pep is, I would just expect him to be ruthless. I would just expect him to just knowing how ruthless Pep can be in terms of right from your Ronaldinho at Barcelona and stuff. That is Matthews Nunes again. Ha! Marmoush could have just finished the game off. Ah, Marmoush could have just finished the game off over there. Just look at that. Wonderful there from Matthews Nunes. The fullbacks are just wrecking havoc on Bournemouth here. Marmoush could have good goal line clearance, but I think Marmoush could have done slightly better on the rebound, but Marmoush just ignited everything here. It's a corner, and we're sitting here at corners. Let's see if this can be anything different. Phil Foden with the corner. And I don't know what is that loopy bloody corner. Give it to Eddie. For a moment I thought Matthews Nunes the bounce would get the better of him. Every game in FA Cup, we were 1-0 down, 1-0 down before holding on our stuff. Nicola O'Reilly has done absolutely wonderfully against Semenyo. That was excellent defending from Nico O'Reilly against Semenyo. Back to Edison, but O'Reilly brilliant against Semenyo there. Already two assists, Nico O'Reilly. He is looking like a world class left back. We have to get the third goal, guys. It's going to be absolutely very difficult to defend and hold on, especially looking at our defensive frailties this season. It's just a bit of a scramble there in the middle right now. That's it. Jack Grealish is coming on. This is interesting. Jack Grealish is coming on. This is very, very interesting. Bernardo Silva, Jack Grealish. I think Pep is trying to close the game off, but we need to get Grealish on the ball more. Josko Guardiola has been doing it very well. Jack Grealish on the ball now. Just look at it. Collecting the foul and getting a yellow card with his long hair and big thighs. That is prime Jack Grealish. This is a Hollywood movie star. He's just picked the wrong profession, Jack. You, you could well have been a Hollywood rom-com hero or a Hollywood villain or something like that. Well, look at Jack Grealish over there. Just nonchalantly coming on and just getting a yellow card for his team. Wow. The intensity in our pressing has just been superb. Ilkay Gundogan with the ball. That's a foul. Come on, ref. I don't know why the ref had not given a foul there on Gundogan. Have to see it back again, but Grealish has just brought that spark in, to be honest. That yellow card immediately after it came on for Bournemouth player is his prime Jack Grealish. I mean, people might even not have considered this statement, but I think we have missed Jack Grealish this season. Jack Grealish is also instrumental to preventing those counter attacks and stuff because he holds the ball up well. Bournemouth are now set to make changes. O'Reilly there can't put a foot wrong today. Seems as if Nico O'Reilly is playing with the confidence of someone of like 100 caps for City or something like that already. That was a foul on Guardiola, which the referee obviously missed, I think. Van Elson and Ryan Christie go out. But what an FA Cup Nico O'Reilly is having, to be honest. The goals, the assists, the amount of times. I mean, you can be a youth player and the team is leading 4-0, can come on and have a few assists and goals, that is fine. But the assists that Nico O'Reilly has had, the goals he's had last game as well, I think against Leighton Orient. 1-0 down, he comes on and he equalizes at the stroke of half time, I think. And then here as well, in a spot of bother, he comes, provides two assists, turns the match around. Look at Jack Grealish there. Odango with a handball, I think. That's a good tackle there. Kovacic, Kevin De Bruyne on the ball, has to switch it, has to switch it, has to switch it. Bernardo Silva there. I thought De Bruyne would try and access Nico O'Reilly there. De Bruyne of old would have definitely tried to access Nico O'Reilly. Game's not over. In a way, the game's just beginning, to be honest. Last 15 minutes, Bournemouth will throw their kitchen sink here. Diaz and Guardiola almost two old school kind of defenders there. That's the positive. My only concern is Matthews Nunez. Ikay Gundogan, that's a foul on Ikay Gundogan there. Gautam says Nico is playing centre back. No, Gautam. I think Guardiola and Diaz are playing centre backs, and Nico O'Reilly is playing at left back. If you observe, yes. Initially, when I thought that, but Guardiola and Diaz are playing centre back. Just checked it because even I had that doubt initially, but yeah, Guardiola and Diaz are centre backs. It's a bit of a tough situation. I don't know what you guys feel about Josko Guardiola because whenever you see him play for Croatia, he's just superb at that centre back position. But then again, the talent with which he makes those runs, his finishes and all, that is wonderful skill there from Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah, but with the talent and everything, you just sort of feel he'll be wasted at centre back. He should be a left back. So it's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of a, you know, enigma. It's a kind of a bit of a problem. Where do you actually play him? I still think he can be a world class. I think it was Paolo Maldini who once spoke about Josko Guardiola destined for the very top at centre back. So, but Pep sees him differently. I just don't. This corner routine was actually very good. Kevin De Bruyne as well. We retain the ball again. Mateo Kovacic, Nunez, Omar Marmoush. This is an excellent phase of play for City. Marmoush again. Gautam says, why can't we play like this on exactly Gautam, exactly. Why can't we play like this on regular basis? Don't understand. We have just been superb in the second half, right? That's a foul by Matthews Nunez. The engine room, Gautam, the engine room is this. I mean, when you look at the engine room, Kovacic, Kundo, De Bruyne, especially with Rodri absent, I just don't think that they have the legs to play like this every 3 days or even every week. I would say now they've got extended rest due to the international break and stuff. Cover him, cover him, cover him, cover him. There's a dangerous situation there. Wonderful defending from Bernardo Silva. Excellent from Bernardo Silva there. Gautam says our academy is more than enough to play in any senior team of all the clubs in PL. Only if Pep trusted them. I mean, this is a long throw. Imagine conceding from a long throw in. Omar Marmoush there. It's a counter attack on for City. It's a counter attack on for City. Omar Marmoush. Look at the speed. Look at the speed of Omar Marmoush. Look at this guy go. Ah, ah. We didn't do anything with it, but look at the speed of Omar Marmoush there. The speed of Omar Marmoush there was outstanding. Wow. I know the centre backs kept them up with them well. Just imagine Haaland and Marmoush running on the counter. Wow, just look at the way he accelerated there, Omar Marmoush. That was just outstanding. Gautam, our academy team is it's almost like India's B team. You have India's playing 11, and outside India's playing 11, you have these guys, right? Like Yashasvi Jaiswal and all of these guys who don't get a chance to play, but they're still good enough. Michael Vaughan was actually telling that if India's second team played, India's first team and second team would play in most of ICC's finals. I mean, that's how our academy is like not at that level, but there are at least 4 or 5 players who are absolutely superb and can play in any senior team in the Premier League. Grealish is outstanding. Hit the post, hit the bar, but the ball is with us. Hit the bar, and that was almost game set and match there. That hit the bar there. Ah, that was so close. Ikai Gundogan, how many times has he not scored that goal for us? Wow, it is just not uh, happening today. James McAtee and Nico Gonzalez are coming in. I think Nico Gonzalez, and we have a corner as well. Such a great phase of play for City, to be honest. Great ball in from Matthews Nunes. That is wonderful there from Kevin De Bruyne, pinching the ball. De Bruyne has just turned into a beast in the second half. Jack Grealish, De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva passing back as he always does. It's a throw in for Bournemouth there. The bounce saved us literally there, but we have to defend as well. Grealish does very well. That bounce saved us. That was such a great chance with Justin Clivert. It just missed everybody there. De Bruyne does absolutely very well. Wonderful there from Kevin De Bruyne. The work rate is outstanding. The match is still on a knife's edge, if you ask me. From a boring first half to an entertaining second half. Nunez has been very good in the second half. That's another thing I don't get with Nunez. He can be world class or he can be shit class. There's nothing in between for him. Nunez gets a yellow card for time wasting. He should have got a yellow card for, he should have got a yellow card for, passing that ball to a Bournemouth player for the first goal. No one at City would have been protested. Again. Eddie, please catch the ball. Yes, he does. Wow, these are the moments, these are the moments so close. De Bruyne staying back and defending. Wow. Nico O'Reilly against Semenyo. It's just been superb again from Nico O'Reilly there. He's just lost it, but hasn't actually. Very well done from Nico O'Reilly there. Nomar Marmoush is it through. Kevin De Bruyne there gets to the ball and his first touch has not left him. Will never leave him. I think even in his old age he'll be able to pick up the football just like that and control it. De Bruyne again, he's just controlling the game like a king. King Kevin, that's what we call him here. Wow. Jack Grealish. This is like the old City, of 2 years ago when we sort of won that treble. Grealish controlling everything. McAtee just could not keep it, but I think McAtee should have done better over there. Should have been stronger. Second ball, Nico Gonzalez, brilliant with the second ball. Jack Grealish, give it back to Edison. Should have just given it back to him. Omar Marmoush, been majestic. I think James McAtee with the run, take it to the corner, take it to the corner. No. Jack Grealish is just running it on like a boss. 5 minutes added time. It's gonna be Jack Grealish time, Gautam. We need Jack Grealish time. We absolutely need Jack Grealish time. Look at Jack Grealish there. He's just got control. Steam. I mean, when Grealish is playing like that, it's just wonderful. I think Jack Grealish is playing as well as before. The treble winning season has been so good in this game. Gautam says they missed Karkes. That's true, they missed Karkes. Ah, you know what I miss, Gautam? I miss Erling Haaland and Jack Grealish and all that shit. So it's 7 minutes added time, Gautam, by the way. Not five, 7 bloody minutes added time. Wow. I don't know why they're adding on 7 minutes. I just can't understand it. Why they're adding on 7 minutes, to be honest. And I don't know why always there are two, three balls on the ground. Always. I wish it was 5 minutes now, Gautam. I wish it was bloody 5 minutes now. Oh, Omar Marmoush is through. Omar Marmoush is through. The touch just didn't happen for him. Wow, touch just didn't happen for Omar Marmoush there. Nico Gonzalez, Pep subs in the second half. I have to say, have been spot on. His starting team was shit, but his subs have just been spot on. Kevin De Bruyne, Jack Grealish. Grealish has to hit this. How did we not score there? Guys, how did we not score there? Gautam, how did the game not finish there? Jeez, this game, we missed the penalty. We should have had 5, 6 goals in this game. How the hell did we not score there? How the hell did we bloody not score there? Why didn't someone smash the bloody hell out of that ball? How did we not score there, guys? Just hold your nerve, hold your nerve, hold your bloody nerve. That's a foul for City. Well done, Nico Gonzalez. Very well done. How did we not score there? I don't know why Jack Grealish waited so much. Should have just hit the ball first time, to be honest. Jack Grealish. I got them the sound thing. I mean, uh, Jack Grealish scoring and celebrating would have been very good. That's a foul. I think the linesman blown for it, and I think Nunez has been wonderful in this half. I don't know what's happened to everyone in the first half or something. Were they at Jack Grealish party or something and got drunk last night? I don't know. That's a foul on Omar Marmoush. I think I just don't know. Maybe he slipped. Gautam says the number of chances we had in this match, we should have been double digits in score. Exactly, and they were easy chances as well. It's not like they were tough chances. Jack Grealish again. Crossing. Kevin De Bruyne. Why are you taking it to the corner? Bloody finish the match off with a goal. Bournemouth are wide open. Two more minutes to go, Gautam. What do you reckon? I mean, 1.5 minute to go, but by the time yellow card reset, it's going to be 2 more minutes. It's a free kick. What do you reckon, Gautam? But that last miss chance, I don't know. I don't know what Guardiola was doing trying to control that ball. Put pressure on Kepa. He's not so good playing out. Yes, he'll hit it long. Win the second ball. Hedy catches it. What the fuck was Edison doing there? Almost he was caught by Semenyo there. That is pure box office Edison. One more minute, Gautam. One more minute, guys. Nico Riley on the ball. Sort of in the last 67, 70 seconds, and it's a City throw in. I think it's a Bournemouth throw in. I thought it was a City throw in, but. Ah, last minute of the game. Keep the bloody ball! Jack! Nunez, that's as easy a ball you can get. Nunez, yes, he's picked up the second ball and he's done well. That's a free kick for City. It's almost done, guys. It's almost done. Gotham says nothing is easy. It's almost done. Ah, what an FA Cup run we are having. We might not have been in the Premier League title race. We might not have been in the Champions League race this season. But what an FA Cup run we are having when none of the top six teams are there. Maybe Aston Villa is there, but wow. When is the referee gonna blow? Yes! The referee is blown! Woo! Yes! Come on, City! What a first half and what a second half! From cacophony to absolute delight. Wow! From sadness to absolute happiness. I thought another Sunday where it was just ending sadness with City, to be honest. That's how personally the week has been going for me. Them I losing all their games, thought City would lose this one. It's not been going well, and wow, what a win this is coming from behind. What a win. Gotham the City ID. Yes, Gotham. City till City ID. Yes, come on. Come on, City. Have to give it to Pep for the second half substitutions. None of us expected it. Nico O'Reilly in place of Kusanov. Could say destiny forced his hand with Kusanov, the yellow card. We will never know that. Or did he just notice something tactically there in Bournemouth and decided to exploit it because Bournemouth press compactly in the middle, so there is always space on the wings. So probably he thought Nico O'Reilly's runs would help. I don't know what happened, but the substitution spot on. Omar Marmoush spot on, and then because Erling Haaland would not have finished for the second goal that Omar Marmoush did in the form that Haaland is in. It's not Haaland did not have that finish, but Omar Marmoush superb. For me, Jack Grealish had the best game of anyone, to be honest, today. Yes, Nico O'Reilly with two assists has been very good, but Jack Grealish for me so underrated. For me, two players I would say Jack Grealish and Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne today, he just played like King Kevin. He after the first half, I think De Bruyne would have gone into that dressing room and De Bruyne would have just told to everyone, "Fuck this shit, fuck this crap. What the hell are we playing? We are bloody playing like a Southampton, a relegation team." That's what De Bruyne would have sat there, and De Bruyne just led from the front. He went back and defended. He came forward, was fighting for every ball. The press was intense. I don't know what happened in the second half, but one month for me have been the best present team in Europe this season, if not the world. And today, City dominated Bournemouth in terms of the press. Bournemouth were not able to live with that press in the second half. I mean, people in this one year, I mean, we are City fans, no, but outside of the City fan group, the fans of other teams and all, people have forgotten how good a pressing team City is. People have been prizing the Bournemouths, the Fulhams, the Liverpools to say their press is good, but don't compare their press to ours. We are excellent presses of the ball. Yes, this season due to the engine room, the intensity has gone down, but never doubt our intelligence, our intensity in pressing. We are the best team, bar none, in terms of the high press. Not this season, but in general, I'm telling, in general. So that is how good we've been, to be honest, in terms of that press, generally, not this season, but generally. Baez is perfect subs by Pep in a long time. Incredible win, and Nico Riley man of the match. I mean, the everyone will talk about the assist, and rightly so, of Nico O'Reilly. The first assist was very good. The second assist was also very good. Not easy assist, but the way he defended against Semenyo. There were two, three occasions when Semenyo went one on one to Nico O'Reilly. I think Semenyo today was playing on the other wing, so he went one on one against Nico O'Reilly, and Nico O'Reilly just defended him very well. Did not make a mistake. At the end, a slight error, but in general, no mistake. I have seen Kyle Walker when Semenyo was playing on the other wing get destroyed by Semenyo, if you guys remember. I have seen people like, uh, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Andy Robertson get destroyed by Semenyo. But Nico Riley was just absolutely brilliant. One-on-one, tick. The runs is made, tick. And we must also not forget Nico Riley 6 feet 5. I think he's 6 feet 5. He's a huge, tall specimen. He's a big specimen. So I mean, Nico Riley has just been outstanding. Other than this, Nico Riley at left back, we need it more. Guardiola at centre back. That's the conundrum, Gautam. That's the almighty conundrum, to be honest. That's the almighty conundrum. Guardiola, his finishing is superb. If you see, he's got strikers instincts in terms of those runs and finishes and all of those. Playing him at centre back would waste those things. But then again, you've got Nico Riley performing like this. I mean, it's a conundrum. I don't know. Maybe a new manager comes in. I'm sure he'll play Josko Guardiola at centre back, because Josko Guardiola at centre back, Paulo Maldini always says Josko Guardiola is destined for the very top. He doesn't say that, unlike other people who say he could be the next Ronaldinho, Ronaldo. Maldini seldom says that, and Maldini said that about Guardiola at centre back. Guardiola is outstanding at centre back. He's outstanding, his presence of mind in one-on-one situations. I think it's going to be an interesting choice. Where do you permanently see Josko Guardiola, left back or centre back? And no. And also Guardiola is at that stage of his career where he can actually be shaped into a centre back or left back. He's just 22, 23. This is when you find out which position you're good at. Bailly says Pep must find a regular role for Nico. The way he brushed past Bournemouth players, physical beast, 6'4", 6. I mean, I think he's 6'5", 6'6", round about that. Nico Riley is an absolute physical beast. Nico Riley, I mean, I haven't seen that kind of a player in a long time. Where you had people like Yaya Toure. They were physical beasts, but their control on the ball, the technical ability was outstanding. Their ability in small spaces was outstanding. I think with Nico, generally you see shorter players having great technical ability, or you see physical players aerially dominant or things like that. But with Nico Riley, he's easily 6'5", something like that, and he's technically very good. And you have to remember, he's an attacking midfield player from the academy. So technically, absolutely beast. He's a technical beast and a physical beast. This is very rare. Technical beast and a physical beast. I mean, and he has the turn of pace as well. That assist, the two assists, you cannot give those if you do not have good technical skills. I mean, he can play cam, CDMs, CDM, box to box, left back. I reckon he can play right back as well if he's played left back. He can easily play in four positions. But for me, his best position is box to box, if you ask me. And he's a threat from corners as well. Wow, superb from Nico O'Reilly there. I think Pep has some decisions to make in the summer transfer window. I mean, he needs to remove all of that dead wood. Maybe I think he can give De Bruyne one more year, telling him that cut in wages and will not be playing every time, every week in week up. That is okay for me. But the likes of Bernardo, Walker is on loan, and all of those people have to go. I'm sorry. The summer transfer window will be very interesting. But this season, if we can go far in the FA Cup and if we can do well in the Club World Cup, could be a vastly different season from the season than the season which we are talking about winning nothing. It's like Arsenal fans talk, oh, we finished second, we finished second. Congrats, mate. Can you tell me who finished second in the season 1994, 1995? They'll have no answer. Can you tell me who finished second in the season 2012, 13? They'll have no answer because the world just remembers the champions. The history is written by the one who's won the battle. They are the ones who write the history and we read only that. Just like they say the history is written by the hunted and we have to believe him. Sorry, the history is written by the hunter and we have to believe him. There's no way you listen to the one who's hunted because that's how history is written. And I think if we win, if we, I mean, do well, I don't want to go into win, I don't want to jinx it, but if we do well in the FA Cup and the Club World Cup, reset in the summer and go on. I think we'll look back in the season and say, not just us, everyone in the footballing world will look back at this season and say, wow, this has been City's worst season in a decade. And yet, look at it, what they have done in two trophies. If you do well and win those trophies, I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but yeah. So it's going to be very, very interesting going forward in the season. I mean, push for top four. That would be the perfect ending to the season and remove the deadwood because in our transition season we're doing this. Remember, if we are on the front foot, what we can do. And just an eye on the IPL match. I think Bayaji would be very very happy because I think it's over for CSK. RR are winning, so I think uh, Bayaji would be very happy. Though it's not quite over 20. I mean, 4 overs, 54 runs has been done before, so anything could happen. But anyway, guys, see you all, and again a wonderful, wonderful day. See you all, and also what a day to coincide with Telugu New Year Ugadi, which we call here, which we have celebrated today here in Hyderabad. So again, a great win for City. Bayaji says yes, watching the match now extends. Bayaji extends because I think DC versus LSG I think was the match where DC versus LSG where Ashutosh and Vipraj both of them scored a similar thing, 4 over 60, 65. But this surface is different. It's not different. It's not gonna be easy. It's Sandeep Sharma is just a beast in the death overs. But when City win, the teams you're supporting, the other teams you're supporting in another sport also generally win. That's how I've noticed with MI generally. City win, MI also win the corresponding match, and it's vice versa. So I don't know. Anyway, see you all guys, and take care. See you all.